In a fast-paced world, every day brings new challenges and new opportunities. At Strayer University, we know a thing or two about getting and staying ahead of change. For over 130 years, we've been providing students like you with innovative tools, customized support, and an education built to empower you, so you can find your way forward and always keep striving. Visit strayer.edu to learn more.
Who remembers the BJ and Bill show all those years ago on WOLZ? Well, many have said they missed the show, and guess what? They're back! Welcome to the BJ and Bill podcast.
Welcome to the BJ and Bill podcast, episode number 26, but as I like to say, it is season 2, episode 2, because, well, that's the way we roll here at the BJ and Bill podcast.
And I'm totally cool with that. I've been catching up, because as we record this podcast, the new season of The Mandalorian drops tonight. I think tonight. Well, anyway, yes, as we record this, drops tonight. So I know it's geeky and it's Star Wars. I get it. I've been watching it on Disney Channel. I get it. But they're doing exactly what the BJ and Bill podcast are doing, and that is they've gone through 2 seasons now. So it's season 1, season 2, season 3 drops on Wednesday night. But all the episodes are numbered sequentially. So we've now gone through, 16 or 17 or 18 episodes, or they call it chapters of the story. So even though it's up to the 3rd season, like BJ and Bill, we're on episode 25, but season 2, episode 2. Love that.
Yes.
We're cool.
There's no way to say it. We're just 2 old cool men. Take that, you millennials,
but yes.
Millennials, whatever they are, they're just little millennials.
They're just young whippersnappers and don't know what they want. I get it.
So no shite.
They don't. So I got to say, your picture, and I know people aren't watching the video, but I'll just mention it quickly. Your picture looks awesome. Do you have a new camera or something, or what are you doing?
I don't have a new camera, but, I have a window over here.
Oh, okay.
In the new digs, and there's no curtains on it yet.
Okay.
There are curtains on the window out in the hallway, but they are pulled,
yeah.
So it's letting the sun shine in. And I am surrounded, because I used to do a podcast with another bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually did a video podcast.
Mm.
So I set up my studio. I still have like 4 lights surrounding me that I don't even turn on.
Oh, okay. Because you look nice, clear, and sharp. I mean, you're still, it's still your old ugly mug, but it looks clear and sharp. So there you go.
I was noticing that today myself too. I'm going, man, that picture looks good. Too bad.
Yeah,
I don't look good.
Nobody cares. It's okay. So other than that, how you doing?
Pretty good. I got some news to pass along.
Oh, okay. We're listening.
I think you will enjoy this news, Mr. Bill, because, one of our favorite topics, Buc-ee's. The zoning request has been
approved. In my neighborhood, literally in my neighborhood. Well, in Ocala, which is the next town south of me on I-75, Gainesville. You leave Gainesville, you go through the swamp, you go through the prairie. They call it a prairie, which is an interesting term. Payne's Prairie, beautiful, beautiful, open natural space. And then you get to Ocala. And yeah, Buc-ee's has been approved. Can't wait.
Now, how far is Highway 326 from you?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about that. That's where it's going to be, Highway 326?
It's going to be, the location will sit just east of I-75 near Highway 326.
326. Okay, so hang on a second. We're going to pull up.
I have no idea what exit that is.
Well, that's all that matters around here. So yeah, we're gonna swing down to Ocala. Exit. Yeah, the problem with Google Maps is not good with what the exit numbers are. 326. Don't know that. I'll keep looking for that as we chat, but I know it can't be that far. 326? Are you sure about 326?
I think that's what they said. I mean, the paper that I got this from could be wrong.
The newspaper? You still read a newspaper?
Well, I read online.
Okay.
But I read this story online and I copied and pasted. So I pasted Highway 326 because, well, that's what it says.
Okay. Because my exit in Gainesville is 384. So that would be 60 miles. That's not impossible, but it's a long drive.
Yeah, but this is Highway 386. I mean, 326. It's a highway.
Highway number or exit number?
It's not an exit number. It says highway.
Oh, highway 386.
Yes.
Okay, that changes things.
I was asking you if you knew what exit number that was.
I see.
That's where you switch the two exits and the highway.
All right, so I do know where that is. I do know where 326 is, rather, and there's a mark right there, so I can mark that. And I can tell you directions from my house, let's see, are 33 miles. Okay, 33 miles. It's on the north side of Ocala. That's good. So it's closer to me than not. That's awesome. I mean, either way, it's awesome. It doesn't matter. I'm still going there no matter what. So yeah, 30 miles.
Well, I will say this, whenever we would take a trip,
yep,
maybe we would head to Indiana or Tennessee, there was a Crystal Burger there in Ocala, and I don't know what exit that's at. Wow. Might even be the same exit, but that was kind of like, you have your exits as you travel.
Yes, of course.
That Crystal Burger, I don't know what it was. And of course, the wife wasn't that hip. But, whenever I was doing comedy and traveling on my own, that exit was my exit. When I travel with the wife, that exit is not my exit as much as it used to be. But I notice it every time I go by. I go, dang, you can only stop and have a Crystal Burger.
There you go. That's awesome.
Now, whenever I go north, I'm stopping at Buc-ee's whenever. Well, I don't know how long that'll take to build and open.
Yeah, it'll be a year yet. Unfortunately, I can't wait. I mean, I'll wait in breathless anticipation. Not really, but I will be cheerful when it opens. So that's fine. That's cool. 33 miles. It's not something I'm going to make it's not something I'm going to like wake up one morning and go, "Ooh, let's go to Buc-ee's for fun." But I do drive. In fact, today, as you and I record this, I had an old computer client of mine in Sarasota call, and I thought I was going to be driving to Sarasota today. And then I remembered, oh no, it's the highly important BJ and Bill podcast recording day. So I put it off for a day. So I'll be actually driving to Sarasota tomorrow as we record this. And Buc-ee's would have been fabulous, but okay.
Well, maybe you can stop by and look at the lay of the land and see.
If I'm Buc-ee's, if I'm the corporate owner of Buc-ee's, I have a sign in the ground the 5 minutes after the county approves the zoning change. I mean, it's like coming soon, and just get people used to the idea of there being a Buc-ee's on this spot. Absolutely. Good marketing.
Yeah, it's on the east side, but I don't know if it's on the north or the south side of, 326.
Yeah, 326 is a pretty good sized egg. On the north side, it's funny when not funny, but I know when I'm driving through Ocala, because you go through three big warehouses that are in use almost all the time. There's a FedEx warehouse full of trucks, there's an Amazon warehouse full of trucks, and there's a Chewy warehouse for you pet people. All your dog food, all your cat food, all your toys come from the Chewy warehouse in Ocala. So I always know that I'm getting close to home when I pass those.
Now, is that, what was it, Big Daddy, what was his name?
Oh, Big Daddy Don Garlitz's drag race museum.
Yeah, that used to be.
Is a little farther south than that. But yeah, I've pretty much got all the major exits planned out in my mind. So yeah, and then once you pass, like you said, the Don Garlitz museum there, you got about 90 minutes before you get to the north side of Tampa and you get to the Grove. That shopping center on the north side of Tampa. And there's nothing in between there. It's all farmland and everything. So all good. But no, Buc-ee's awesome. Can't wait. Love it. Yay. Big thumbs up.
I might even have to, drive up and meet Bill Stevens when it opens.
That'd be cool. Go for a drive.
Speaking of grand openings, we had a grand opening here of a BJ's Wholesale Club.
Did you walk in and say, "Where's my stuff"?
No, but I should have. Yeah, I did that when it was in Fort Myers. I did that one time. I said, "Hey, I want you to know I'm the owner of this. My name is BJ."
There you go.
She didn't laugh, didn't do nothing. Just, okay. There's
no sense of humor.
Yeah, no sense of humor whatsoever.
So BJ's kind of the third big warehouse. You got your Costco, you got your Sam's. There are people who love them both or love them for different reasons. I have a Sam's in my neighborhood. I had a Costco in Sarasota. I like them both. BJ's, not sure.
Yeah, but I can't believe it because it actually opened last Friday in Davenport, which was pretty much 27 and I-4 is the exit there, you know, where it opened.
Yep. And
my wife goes, let's go.
And
I'm going, this is day one. It's a place that's going to be bombed.
It's going to be wall to wall.
But we went.
Of course you did because your wife said
right.
so. Huh?
The wife is always right.
The wife said so. You went.
I said, you can drive.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to drive around the parking lot for an hour trying to find. We did have to drive around a little bit.
Okay.
Finally, there, someone pulled out. We pulled in.
Okay.
And it was busy. But I mean, you know, you've been in shopping centers and malls when it's Christmas. I would say it was no more busy than, like, let's say the weekend before Christmas if you go out shopping.
Okay.
So it wasn't as bad as I expected, but there were people. And then I noticed someone else on Facebook said that they went like the week after because they said, I wasn't even going to try to go the first week. And I wanted to say, guess who did try the first week?
Guess who thought that was a good idea, but got overruled.
Yeah. But, you know, really, though, when I didn't know they did that because I remember when I had my pizza shop.
Right.
In Cape Coral, Florida.
We remember it well.
We were a member of BJ's where we'd get a lot of our, you know, paper supplies and things like that.
Right.
For the restaurant. So we had, you know, our little BJ's card. And I don't remember ever going in there. And maybe it's because it was the grand opening weekend, but it was like going into Costco's. You didn't have to worry about eating before you went because every other aisle, there was a sample.
Little snack aisle. You bet. Was terrific.
I know. And then after you go through once, you know, put on a cap, you know, and some sunglasses and you go around again.
Disguise.
Then if you get one of those fake mustaches, you know, you can go for the third time.
So BJ's, how would you rank the shopping experience as far as, you know, stuff and prices and all of that stuff? I mean, is it comparable to like a Sam's or no?
I'm not really been to Sam's.
Okay. Or Costco.
I mean, I have been to, but Costco is our store.
Yeah.
You know, when we were in Fort Myers, we were like within 15 minutes of 3 different Costco's.
Yes. Yes.
We were surrounded by Costco's.
Yeah, me too.
There is none up in our neck of the woods, although where we live now, Claremont has one in the makings, kind of like, you know, the Buc-ee's
right
up in Ocala's in the makings. We have a Costco and we still use our Costco card because, you know, me and Tampa, I seem to go there quite often to see doctors. So we have one at the Brandon location.
Right.
And I would say just because I know the store, I know my way around the store better. I know what I might be looking for.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, I didn't really, and I probably should, I didn't really compare prices because I was just kind of like, you know, when you're a little kid and you hold your mommy's hand and she takes you around the store. That's pretty much what I did.
Oh, okay. So were there snacks?
Oh, there was snacks everywhere. That's what I said. It was like
grand opening.
Costco, you know?
Oh, yeah, like, grand opening.
Yeah, we had all sorts of good stuff.
I remember when I lived in South Fort Myers, right around BJ and Bill time, when we were at, we were not at WOLZ anymore. We were down in Bonita.
Okay, yeah.
I forget that station.
Groovin' 102.9.
Good memory that there was a Costco near Florida Gulf Coast University. I don't remember exactly where, but on a Friday night, you would go in there and dinner was covered. You're not, you know, and it just seemed like that one for summer, and maybe it was the newer one and they were trying to bring in people or whatever. But yeah, that one was, the snacks there were outstanding.
I would say that's the one we used the most.
Right.
Because we lived right off of Daniels and you could get on, now I forget what it is, but it's the road that takes you to the airport.
Alico.
No,
Alico Road? No,
it was the north-south road.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Tree Line. Thank you. Someone listening in the background.
Tree Line.
It was on Tree Line. So that
There you
was
go.
kind of our, and every once in a while we go to the one over there on, Cleveland Avenue, US 41 and College Parkway, right around that area.
Yep. That was my
But
first
I would
one.
say the one on Tree Line was our number one go-to Costco. So
there you go.
When we moved to Winter Haven, like I said, there was no Costco. There was no Kmart. Well, there's no Kmarts anywhere anymore. But there was also no Target.
Oh, no.
Had two Wally Worlds. But, when you're used to Target.
Right.
And when you're used to Costco and there is none.
It's a sad day.
We had 3 years of withdrawals while we were there.
There's your shopping experience. There's your shopping experience.
We're going, come on.
Come on, man.
Where's
Come
that
on,
Target,
man?
Give me a Target hit, man. Give me a Costco hit.
Oh, there you go. All good. Life is good. So how you been otherwise?
Good. Of course, last week about this time we got interrupted.
Yes.
By the dishwasher guy.
Yes.
But then he had to order a part.
Yes.
Now, the last house we had in Winter Haven, we had tons of problems. This one, we have a few minor problems. Okay. I think our biggest problem was probably when our poo-poo was all backed up. That was a major problem. But
that was a big one.
Everything's been small, but there's like a shelf in one of the closets that's come loose. It hasn't, thank goodness, fallen down, but you wouldn't want to put a whole lot on there. So they're to arrive somewhere between 9 and noon. So I'm thinking they should
9 and noon. What are they, like the cable guy? We're going to arrive sometime Thursday. We don't know when. It might be the break of dawn and it might be midnight, but we're going to Thursday.
Yeah,
thanks.
I think everybody does that now.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're right. And I get it to some extent because I did that occasionally when I was a computer guy. I mean, I still do that occasionally. That's why I drive to Sarasota, is that I can tell you that I'll be there at noon, but if I have another appointment at 10 o'clock in the morning and it turns into some kind of computer nightmare, I'm going to be late. So I get that, but still, come on, guys, you can do better than like all day. You can at least do morning or evening or give me a 3 or 4 hour window.
I think it's 9 to noon. It might be 9 to midnight. I don't know, but I think it's 9 to noon. Okay. And here we are on a Monday. It's 11:03
as we record this. Yes. So
and then of course we record on Monday. The podcast, as they say in the podcast world, drops. It drops on Wednesday.
I don't know where that came from. Well, that would be an interesting thing to look up because it started with albums. Well, and they still say album or even though it's like it's just a digital thing, so there's no vinyl, there's no it's not like a CD or whatever you go to the store to buy, but they do say it drops. I wonder why. That's an interesting question.
I guess because the guy who delivers it drops it off at the store.
Clunk. Here's the box of BJ Odom CDs. Everybody have fun.
I guess if you go to your favorite podcast place, they drop it off there on Wednesday.
It drops into your iPhone. I have no idea.
Yeah.
No idea.
I don't get it. Drop it just like,
hot potato.
I almost said a pelican drops a baby, but it's not a pelican. It's a stork.
Oh. You had me completely fooled there. Pelican? Baby? What? Stork. Yes. Stork drops a baby. I remember. Of course, we all know that story. Come on, BJ. We all know that's how babies come.
That's how they come.
That's pretty much it. They're
like a little sling, and they got their little diaper on and he flies over and just drops it. He drops it. The baby drops.
Whatever family happens to grab him as he falls, congrats. You have a new child. It's whatever. Oh man.
And what's funny about that too, your wife gets skinnier after that baby drops.
Wouldn't have any experience with that, but thank you very much for that visual. Yes, that is correct.
All of a sudden, wow, where'd your belly go, dear?
All of a sudden, I know.
Baby must be really taking a lot out of you, man. You lost your whole belly.
Working it off. Boy, listen to two old guys talking about something they know absolutely nothing about. That's pretty much been the story of our lives, hasn't it?
I don't know nothing about birth and no babies.
Extra credit points to anyone who knows where that line came from.
Was it a movie?
I know it. I know it because I'm that old. I am that old. So I know it.
What's the movie?
It's from Gone with the Wind.
Oh, okay.
Yes. That's from
I don't
Gone
know
with the
nothing
Wind.
about Birth and No Babies.
No. Yes, the movie, it is a movie line from Gone with the Wind. Have you seen, so this is a nice transition. Have you seen on Facebook or social media or whatever that someone will have an aha moment with something about how something works or whatever? And the line, the little cliche, bit of text to use is, I was today years old when I found out this thing. And it's like, some of them you look at and you go, oh my God, I'm 66 years old and I didn't know that at all, period. I am today's years old when I figured that out. Somebody had one the other day about a roll of packing tape, you should know this very well, that clear plastic, clear 2-inch wide packing tape that you seal up boxes and stuff with. Some of it's clear, some of it's brown, whatever.
I know it way too well.
I'm sure you do. And it comes on that super lame 2-cent plastic dispenser with a little jagged edge on it that you can tear the tape off with. And there's a plastic piece that kind of fits over the top of the tape. And somebody said, oh, that's what I was today years old when I found out that's what you use if the tape flops over and, then you're breaking fingernails trying to get the tape to peel off the roll again to get it started. That's what that piece of the plastic holder does, is you use it to pry the tape back off. And I'm like, I've seen those things for 40 years. I had no idea. Now, I haven't tried it yet. I do want to try, and I actually have one around here somewhere. I might, of course, this, again, it's not a visual show, but I might have to report back to you on that. I might have to try that to see. Anyway, so that's been I was today years old when I found out moment for the week. There's a new one every week.
My problem with that was that it seems like we pretty well had like 3 of the things you're talking about.
The tape dispensers. And
then we would just buy the rolls to put it. But the way you had to, I never got it right.
Right, to thread the tape onto the roll.
The first one, I never got this, when I had to put in the refills.
Right.
Never got them in right again.
So, but you had the really cool one with the handle and the roll and you just roll it over the top.
No, I had the little plastic flimsy ones.
Oh, plastic flimsy. Okay, never mind. Yeah. When I moved, I had the place I was moving out from. They had one of the really cool ones. And those are super nice. I mean, those are like for you guys that work in the warehouse and then, you carry it around with you because they were worth their weight in gold. But yeah, I get it. So anyway, never mind. That's the thing.
I'm a farm boy.
You are a farm boy.
I was raised on a farm and we had chickens. We'd been rich today when they laid them eggs, but we were a farmer. We had the corn, we had the beans, we had the wheat, we had the cows, we had the pigs,
right?
And we had chickens,
right?
Well, I saw something on Facebook the other day from my, hometown area. Right. Where all the farmers are. They were taking little chicks and they would take their head and they would like put it in this thing and it would spin around. And I'm going, oh, that looks like really disgusting. I don't understand. What are they doing? And then I asked the person who posted it, do you know what the heck this is?
Right.
And they said, yes, they were checking to make sure that they didn't want to send roosters to certain farms. Because the rooster obviously is the male, and you want the females that lay the,
lay the eggs.
Lay the eggs. And
now you've heard 100% of my chicken knowledge. So
you want to have a rooster or 2 around though, because well, I guess if you want to get baby chickens
or eggs,
I don't know if you can get eggs with it. I don't know. Now see, there's another question. I should know all of these answers.
You should, farmer boy.
Anyway,
it was just a way of checking to check the sex of the chick.
Yeah, I don't know how they did it, but it was like really weird looking inside. They said, what are they doing? Okay, well, they don't want to send all roosters. They don't want to be sending all roosters out.
Right.
And I'm going, well, what are they? I wonder what happens because let's say, I mean, I don't know how big a farm you need, but we had a pretty good sized farm. So obviously my dad and my brother knew what they were doing.
Right.
They didn't do it this way, I know.
Well, that was
maybe they had to pick it up and they had to pick it up and look underneath and go, oh, rooster. Good little chicken. And I wonder, and I should ask that question too. I wonder if they, like, if you don't want too many roosters,
right?
I wonder if they dispose of the roosters, or maybe they cook the roosters early. I don't know.
What's the proper rooster to hen ratio?
I don't know that either.
I don't know. Well, come on, farm boy. Come on. Go ahead.
We need to get a farmer in here to say, hey, what's the farmer rotation? How many roosters do you want per chicken?
I saw somebody who was also, they weren't a big time farmer, but they lived in the country and they had chickens and, a couple of goats or something, small little, just enough, not an official farm, but they had a couple of animals. And somebody said, why are you all crying about the price of eggs? Just, if you can, buy a few chickens and you'll have all the eggs you want. You'll be selling them to neighbors or giving them away or whatever, because that, and they're not, they'll be good, eating the grass and the bugs in the backyard like they're supposed to, not eating the crap that they feed factory raised chickens and all that. So anyway, yeah, more chickens. Come on. But probably can't have them in the neighborhood zoning laws or something like that. I'm pretty sure you can't have chickens in your backyard where you're at, BJ Odom.
No, now in Key West you can. I guess that's legal. You can have chickens anywhere. They run around Key West.
Yes, I remember that. The couple of times I was there many, many moons ago. And here where I live, I mean, I'm in an apartment. I'm not having chickens in the apartment, but there are neighborhoods literally within biking distance of me that have plenty of property that could have, and maybe they do have tons of chickens. I don't know. Maybe I need to, I do know, I will say this, I need to do more of the farmers market thing. And I know that I can name 3 of them in my neighborhood in the Gainesville area. And I haven't gone to all of them yet. So thank you for that good reminder. Now you're going to pay good money, I'm sure, for chickens or for eggs at a farmer's market, but at least they're like fresh and they're local and they're probably good ones. So anyway, little plug for farmers markets there.
I like to buy my vegetables, and I don't know about eggs. I guess I would,
right.
But that's good to buy them directly from the farm market. Farmers.
Well, I'm still doing the keto carnivore diet thing. Although I will admit, over the past weekend, the fridge was totally empty and I didn't feel like going shopping. So Marco's Pizza got a phone call, I will admit. But I'm still pretty proud of myself that it's like, okay, that's kind of like the treat that I reserve for the weekend, and not every weekend, like every maybe couple of weeks. So, okay, this weekend I had a little pizza, a little bit, and there's some leftovers in the fridge that'll be lunch today when you and I are done. And so I'm okay. I'm comfortable with what I'm doing. So, and the weight continues to come off a little bit at a time. So yay.
I'm kind of having pizza withdrawals. When we did live in Winter Haven for 3 years.
Yes.
We found a pizza shop. I'll give them a plug if you're ever in Winter Haven, Florida. Bistro Pizza.
Bistro Pizza.
Oh my gosh. They had the best pizza. We would go there probably once a week.
Wow.
That's
well, I know the Odom household. I've been around the Odom household long enough to know that the kitchen is kind of a no-fly zone in the BJ Odom household. That you guys, do you still pretty much eat out every night?
I don't want to say and usually now that we're older too,
right?
We probably have one big meal a day.
Right.
Rather it be around lunchtime or dinner time. And the rest, just kind of like almost snacking, a little breakfast, maybe a little granola bar or a little bowl of cereal or something like that.
Right. Oof.
Breakfast or maybe an egg.
Yep.
But, we'd get one good meal a day. And I would say out of the week, the one good meal a day will be cooked at home, maybe 3 times a week.
Really?
Maybe.
Really?
No, at least once or twice a week. At least.
Don't fib to us here, BJ. All right, at least
But
once or
now,
twice a week. Okay.
Here's what's really strange. My wife is not a big cooking person.
Nope.
I'm obviously, my son, when I first moved to Florida, it was just me and him.
Right.
There was no woman in our life. So he had a lot of SpaghettiOs, macaroni and cheese. That was pretty much TV dinners.
Yep.
That was pretty much his life. Growing up maybe between the ages of 4 and 7.
Right.
Then of course, we had a woman come along and help
bail you out.
Help that out a little where it wasn't, SpaghettiOs every day for
right.
But neither one of us are really, I would say, I guess, really talented in the kitchen.
Right.
And what's surprising, now my daughter in the last year has really became, she cooks a lot more at home than her mom and dad ever did.
Cool.
Now my son, I will admit, he uses a lot of DoorDash and Uber Eats.
Yeah.
But now he is also, and he has been maybe, even who knows, maybe when he was small at 4 years old and I wasn't looking, he was making gourmet meals.
I don't think so.
But he is also,
cool.
And maybe it's because they were raised in a family that didn't, I don't know, but they both seem to really, enjoy.
Right.
Cooking a few times a week where they really cook.
Right. Well,
I mean, it's stuff I would never attempt.
Right. I hear you. It's crazy. I mean, if you ever added up what you spent on those DoorDash and Uber Eats deliveries over the course of the month, you'd probably be surprised, and not in a good way. It's expensive. It's expensive.
I'm not going to get into my son because, he pays us money, but he has an account with like DoorDash.
Oh, one of those, you pay a monthly thing and then all your deliveries are paid for the month.
Yes. Oh, but you still have a tip.
Right.
But, his better half, his 2 kids, they all have access to that.
Oh,
dangerous slope.
Oh,
but it's nothing like, when you get home from school, kids goes, I'm hungry. I want something to eat.
Right.
And in their family, it's kind of like, I'm hungry. I want something to eat. We'll order something from DoorDash. Get what you want.
Wow. And I've seen, I know people who do that a bunch too, and they do the same thing. They have the monthly pass or the whatever they call it on Uber Eats or DoorDash or whoever. But you're like you said, you're still putting a tip on there for the driver, and B, you're paying up too. You're not paying the menu price that you would pay if you walked into the restaurant, even to do takeout. The restaurants have gotten smart that they raise the price on the DoorDash menu or on the Uber Eats. The menu that you see on Uber Eats is not the menu that you see when you walk into the restaurant. So they've marked it up, I don't know, 20%, 10, 20%.
25. I think it's 25. I really do. I think that I'm not saying that everybody marks their food up 25%.
Right.
But, that was just starting to be a thing when I had my pizza shop. It was on the, it was
right.
Kind of experimenting with the whole thing, And I remember they wanted 20%. So, like if.
Oh, you mean what the delivery company wants?
Yeah, they want,
Oh, it's absolutely more than that now. Absolutely. And just quickly, I'll say that when I lived in Sarasota for a while, I got bored or something. I don't remember. I actually did deliver for both Uber Eats and another one called Bite Squad, which was popular in that area. We have it here. And the restaurant owners would all be complaining, if I asked them, if they were candid with me, oh yeah, good God, Bite Squad or whatever is taking a 25-30% bite, so to speak, out of, what I'm paying. And they were complaining. So they finally figured out, hey, just raise the prices. So, yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's so. Yeah, I know a few restaurant owners that say it's almost not worth using, but yet so many people use it nowadays.
Right.
You almost can't not use it.
Right. And I think if you're raising your prices at least 20 or 25%, that's a pretty good that's a pretty good hit. If you're raising your prices 25% or something like that, you know, and the customer's not coming in, so you don't have to pay a waitress or a waiter to, you know, take food to a table, and you're not paying a busboy or whatever to clean up a table after. I'm using all these gender specific terms, and I'm sorry about that, but that's the only one I know. If you're not paying people, all you're doing is the driver comes in, picks it up, leaves, picks it up, leaves, picks it up. You know, that makes your life a little bit easier, unless you also have a big restaurant that's sitting empty. Now you got issues. So it's a whole different world.
I do know a restaurant owner.
Mm-hmm.
And what they do not open for lunch. But they have a cook there.
Uh-huh.
And everything they do lunchtime wise is delivery services.
Do they do takeout as well? Can I go pick it up, or is it just delivery?
I think you might be able to pick it up.
Right.
I don't know, because they're not in the area.
Okay. But yeah, I think it's going that way. I mean, I thought I remember seeing a story on one of the business news sites that, like, the biggest of like McDonald's is thinking of building restaurants that are drive-through only, because nobody comes in anymore. Nobody sits and eats anymore. So it's either pick up, delivery, or drive-through. And I guess that's okay. I don't know. I've never been in my Chick-fil-A down the street, and I've driven through their drive-through a bunch of times because they're so damn good with drive-through. Why can't the DMV figure out what Chick-fil-A is doing?
You know what?
It's not my joke, but
now see, now you've made another segue for me.
Thank you.
Chick-fil-A, they have a new product that I want to try.
Oh, I think I know where you're going.
The fried cauliflower sandwich.
Why take arguably the best chicken sandwich in fast food business and screw it up like that? Why?
Well, no, you can still get the one that you love.
Okay, you're right. You're right, because I will never buy a cauliflower chicken sandwich, chicken in air quotes, sandwich from anybody. I mean, Chick-fil-A's will probably taste good. You know, what the heck? But I'm still not buying it.
I want one.
I
don't even like Chick-fil-A.
Huh?
I'm a PDQ man.
I just discovered PDQ. We have one of them here in Gainesville, and the last time I was in Jacksonville, I passed one, and I thought, what the heck? Let's try it. And it was nice. It was fine. I had the, chicken salad kind of a thing. It was great. Big inside restaurant. Now there's a company that I'm wondering, like, gee, are they like gonna keep building these? Because it's a pretty big building. I mean, it's like twice the size of a regular McDonald's with a sit-down spot. At least mine is. And I wonder if they're making any money with that. So anyway,
now there was one again. We're going back to Fort Myers. In the Gulf Coast Town Center.
Oh, there is. Well, I haven't been back to Fort Myers.
That was really the very first PDQ we ever ate.
I haven't been in Fort Myers in a long, long, long time. So
but yeah, we would go there a lot.
Right.
And eat inside.
Right.
And, that's just one of the locations if we was going to go sit down, because sometimes you just want to sit down and eat.
Absolutely.
And sometimes you just want to grab and run.
And sometimes it's time to take a break. So if you would like to share your segue. So if you would like to share your chicken sandwich stuff, didn't we do this once? We did a whole thing on chicken sandwiches once, I think.
Yeah, but we didn't have the cauliflower chicken sandwich.
Oh, God.
Wait a minute.
Great.
Hey, dear.
Right.
After the podcast and we get the closet guy here, let's go get a cauliflower sandwich
at Chick-fil-A. Yeah, great. Are they out there already?
They're supposedly out there already.
Okay. Well, let us know, BJ Odom, because it'll be.
I know we need to take a break, but while we're on this subject, I'm going to say one other thing too.
What?
There's a few pizza shops that have cauliflower crust.
Yes.
Now they do cost more, so I usually just get the regular crust.
Yes.
But I have had pizza with the cauliflower crust before.
Yes.
It's quite tasty.
I will say that's one. I would make that if it was good, like you said. If it was good, I would give that I'd give that a chance. I'm not saying I'm going to do it. I'd give it a chance. And yes, a lot of the big pizza shops, even like I said, I did my carry out from Marco's the other day, and they do cauliflower. Like you said, it's $2 more or something, so it starts to add up, but
not too much of a tight
so it's out there.
But you know
Pizzas, what?
I think between now and the next podcast, you should go try a cauliflower sandwich. Let's just call it that.
Yeah. Does it taste like chicken? Ooh, tastes just like chicken. The oldest
I don't think
cliche
it's supposed to taste like chicken, though.
I don't know.
Well, I'm trying it.
Okay, you do that. I'm not going to make any promises, but I'll give it some thought. All right, some thought. Excuse me. All right, your cauliflower chicken sandwiches are welcome. Stories are welcome at the BJ and Bill podcast fan page, which is on Facebook. Just do a search for BJ and Bill podcast. Lots of people find it. I see comments there all the time. BJ and Bill podcast, or you can email us directly, bjandbillpodcast@gmail.com. Go grab your sandwich of choice, and we will be right back. Welcome back. I'm Bill Stevens. That's BJ Odom over there. I promise it is. And we have been chewing the fat. See what I did there? Over cauliflower chicken sandwiches. Can't wait. BJ Odom issued me a challenge to go find myself one at the nearby Chick-fil-A. I haven't heard that they're actually serving them yet, but then I'm not looking for that sort of thing. So anyway, there you go.
Well, if they are here at the one in Claremont,
right, you'll find it.
I will take a picture of it and send you a picture. Well, I will post it on our page if I find one. I
think that's a great idea. It was a year and a half, 2 years ago when the Popeyes chain came out with their chicken sandwich, and for some reason you couldn't get one. They were like so popular.
They were shooting people over them.
Well, thankfully, I didn't have to worry about that. But I did finally get one in Sarasota, and it's literally the only time I posted a food picture of me eating a sandwich on Facebook or wherever, social media or whatever. And somebody had told me, "Oh, Popeye's chicken sandwich, it'll change your life. It's so good." It was really good. The first one I had, and I'm not saying that they're like slacking off at this time. The very first one I ever had was like, "Oh, wow, this is really good." And then since then, it's kind of like I've had a couple of them, and it's like, maybe I'm just getting used to it, or maybe they're not putting the effort into it anymore. I don't know. But anyway, so food like that, comes and goes. But Chick-fil-A, there you go. Chick-fil-A
now,
cauliflower
it's funny
sandwich.
that we mentioned Chick-fil-A today.
Right.
Because I think, either last week or the week before I heard about these. And so I posted, I'm actually interested in trying the cauliflower sandwich from Chick-fil-A.
Right.
Got a lot of, on my page, the BJ Odom page, I got, a lot of people comment on it. But one particular person said, "Oh my God, how could you do that? They pay for so much political,
Oh yeah.
They really fund,
as a company, they have a conservative leaning, shall we say. Yes.
And they contribute hundreds of dollars. I don't know how much.
They contribute a lot of money to political causes. I get it. Yes.
Now, I'm not going to tell you which way I lean, but I don't really lean right. I'm more in the center.
Right. Is there such a thing anymore?
I have never been the type of person that said, if I'm going to boycott you, it's because you gave me bad service or your product sucks.
Right. Correct.
I have never really boycotted a place because of that. Have you?
I'm thinking. I'm really thinking. No, I don't think so, because I will cheerfully eat Chick-fil-A sandwiches all day long, and I probably wouldn't support all of the political or all of the ideological things that their management support. Interesting story. Interesting, cute story about that. So the answer is no, I don't care either. Somebody on Twitter literally last night posted this, that they walked into a Chick-fil-A with their very prominent and I'm just going to say it, and I don't, if I say something wrong, I apologize in advance, with their very prominent gay pride shirt on, walked into Chick-fil-A, bought a lunch, walked out, took a selfie of themselves in front of the restaurant holding the bag of Chick-fil-A stuff and said, "Hey, Chick-fil-A, you've got some of my gay money." And I thought, okay, that's either kind of cute and clever, or I don't know what it is. I don't know. And I don't like the fact that we've kind of got so many divisions in this country now that we can't agree on what an American is anymore. I hate that, but that's another story for another day. But so at least this person was using the platform to try to put a little bit, I don't know if it was humor. I don't know if they were being funny. That's the problem with social media. You can't tell if it's sarcasm or anger or whatever. So I laughed out loud. I thought funny. I laughed out loud. So anyway, good for them. So, but I don't think I would ever boycott a company for their political views. I don't think so, but I haven't seen all the cases yet. So I don't know. I don't know. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. I may disagree with some companies, but I guess it's their money. It's their profits, whatever they want to do with it.
Well, but the thinking is you, BJ Odom, are giving them some of your money and they are taking some of that money. Obviously, they're paying their people and they're buying cauliflower sandwiches, but some of it is profit, and some of those profits they are taking that they earned from you, BJ Odom, and are turning around and giving them to people that you normally wouldn't do on your own. That's the thinking. That's the thinking on it.
When it comes to me too, I wouldn't give to, I've yet that I know of given to a political cause.
I don't think I have either. I don't think I have. I'm not going to.
Medical causes I've given to, but
what's
never
that?
Political. Medical, like
right.
The Heart Association.
Oh, sure.
The, LifeLink, the heart,
sure.
Donating organs. Like that, okay, I'll contribute to those. But when it comes to politicians, find your own money from other suckers. It's like, you're not going to do anything for me, even if you get elected. So, no.
Yeah, medical stuff. I literally give my blood every couple of months, for somebody to use somewhere. So, I mean, is that a contribution? I don't know.
It is, and you save lives. I'm a PD.
I know you're a
permanent
PD?
Denial.
Permanent. Oh, you're a permanent denial, because denial meaning you can't give blood.
I can't give. They just don't. I guess because you have an organ, that you have an organ. Anybody who has ever had a transplant becomes what they call a PD.
I didn't know that, a PD.
Denial. I was all excited because in radio, PD means the boss.
That's your program director.
And I was talking to someone. I actually went in to they were looking for blood, and I said, hey, people gave me blood when I got my heart transplant. I want to give back. And I go in, I'm filling out the paperwork. And the lady goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, you're a PD." I go, "Yes, I am. I program such and such radio station."
Not what they had in mind.
Yeah, she goes, "No, that means permanent denial."
Wow.
I said, "Wow, I've never been one of those before."
That's ugly. I mean, they should find a more politically correct way to say permanent denial. That's mean.
So when it comes to giving blood, I am a PD.
Wow. So many boyfriend, girlfriend jokes come to mind where she says, "No, honey, you're a PD."
Yeah, I've been a PD more than the blood. Let's just say that.
I knew that was coming. That's funny. So yes, I get it. So I give, and cheerfully, and because I got spare. You can have it. I'll make more. It's great. Whatever. So anyway, but now I will say, we've been back to this giving your money to causes and people and organizations and stuff, that I have been a huge supporter, not huge. I've been a lifelong supporter in my own small way of public radio, of NPR. I mean, when I went to college, I worked for the NPR station on campus. I have loved them ever since and listened to them when I drive because, you can find a public radio station. You can listen to All Things Considered as you drive across country and catch up on stuff. And yet I have seen and heard some of their reporting lately, and it's causing me a little bit of a second thought there. Like, yeah, that's a little bit not what I believe. So now it's testing me on that very same thing that we've been talking about. And that is, do you give money to support a group, an organization, a whatever that you believe in, or at least used to believe in, when they do some things that you're not a big fan of? So, I give my public radio station, I'm on their $10 a month automatic, whatever thing. So is that, I don't know how that ranks yet. I don't know. I'd be curious to hear what other folks think. Feel free to get in touch and post on our Facebook page and let us know what you support and don't support and why you made the decision to do it. So there you go. Some things are just, it's a crazy world out there, BJ. It's a crazy world.
And we live in it, unfortunately.
I got to tell you, and I think you and I have talked about this before, and if not, forgive me, listening audience, if you've heard this from Bill before. I'm glad I'm not a young person anymore, because I think the world is just going crazy. I think it's just going nuts. And it's all self-inflicted wounds. We're doing this to ourselves without thinking about, and this is a term that people are going to like either raise their hands and, slap me for, or what, the greater good, damn it. I don't care what color you are or what your sexual preference is, or what, I don't care. Go have fun, be good to people, be nice, and be a good American, for God's sakes. Oh man, I sound like, never mind.
Okay, let me get out my wallet. I got to give to the Bill Stevens Fund now. I got to send him some money.
You can do it without being crazy about it. And have you ever he's not on our podcast network, but I'm going to mention another podcast. Have you ever listened to Mike Rowe?
No.
The Dirty Jobs guy? He's got the best voice in the world. You know who I'm talking about, right? He does commercials, and Mike Rowe has a podcast, and he's not super political, but you can also tell he's also like, come on, folks, use your head here. Let's, get back in the game and do it together, kind of a thing. And all right, some people might think he's probably right wing, and I'll probably get slapped around for that. I'm willing to take it. But he's right. He's about a lot of stuff that it's just anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent here, and I shouldn't. I'm sorry. I apologize. Back to the BJ and Bill shenanigans.
You should apologize, young man.
No, I'm not going to apologize for that. That's what I believe, that. All right. Don't apologize for what you believe in. Say what you believe in, but don't be stupid about it.
I remember hearing this phrase even as a child. Divided we fall. And so I'm thinking we're pretty close to falling. And that's my 2 cents worth.
If you're a country who would profit or benefit from the fall of the United States, you don't have to lift a finger or fire a single bullet. We are doing it to ourselves. We are doing it to ourselves with the way we treat each other. And who was I'm not going to give a politician the honor of mentioning their name on this program, but some politician on the far right wing suggested a national divorce last week, that maybe we should divide into red and blue states and have 2 countries. I'm like, you're an idiot. That's not the way it works. They tried that. It was called the Civil War. The only casualties were Americans who died. Yep. And so anyway, boy, I'm glad we're 53 minutes into this program, BJ, because I could probably go on like this for an hour. And thankfully the show's over in a few minutes.
Yeah, we can get back to BJ and Bill stuff. And let me see. Yes. We are just a little more than 15 minutes away from noon.
Mm-hmm.
I still have no guy coming to say, hey, I'm here to fix your closet, the shelf that is falling.
And noon it was supposed to be before noon?
Yeah, so he's only got like about another 20 minutes to get here. And then, hey, somebody wants a cauliflower sandwich, young man.
Cauliflower sandwich is calling your name. Now, my big question will be, do they make it taste like chicken, or do they just make it cauliflower and put mayo and a pickle on it like they do all the time? I don't know.
What I've heard, they do the mayo and pickle.
Yep.
And the same breading.
Right.
The same seasoning, the same breading.
Okay.
But they don't like say, this is, it's chicken. And they don't say it tastes like chicken.
It tastes just like chicken. Everything tastes just like chicken.
I say, I think it tastes like cauliflower.
Cauliflower has no taste.
Now, I'll tell you something else I like, and it may throw you a little curveball here, Bill Stevens.
I'll swing at it.
And I've seen it the first place I saw it was a place that did wings in Fort Myers.
Okay.
It's called Wings and Rings on Cleveland Avenue, Highway 41 in Fort Myers.
Wings and rings.
Yeah, wings and rings.
Never heard of it.
Like onion rings, wings.
Oh, I love onion rings. Love them.
Yeah. They have, they have all these different flavored wings they make.
Right.
They also do it with cauliflower.
Like little cauliflower nuggets kind of a thing?
Yeah, like cauliflower wings or whatever. It's like,
right. Well, no, I was thinking like the little boneless wings are basically they're chicken nuggets with different sauces on them. So you could do that with cauliflower. I get it. I mean,
now
back when my then the lady I was living with at the time, we tried I'm not going to say the vegetarian or vegan lifestyle, but we did try a couple of those like vegan style recipes. And I'm pretty sure we did something where you just take a big head of cauliflower and slice it into like 1 inch thick, like steaks, listen to me. And then just fry them, just put them in a pan and, a little oil, a little butter, whatever. And it wasn't bad, but at no time did I think, oh, this would be a great chicken sandwich.
Now, I will admit, now let's just say this. When we would go to this particular restaurant, Wings and Rings, if you'd like to send us a royalty check, we'll take it. But basically, we would order like between the two of us, okay?
Right.
We might get like 8 regular wings, with the flavoring that we like.
Right.
And then we get an order of this. And then, like she would have 4 wings, I would have 4 wings, and then we would share the cauliflower stuff.
Cauliflower wings.
So you got a little bit of you got the best of both worlds.
Right.
You were bad, half bad.
Oh, don't, please.
Half good.
Please do not go there. Do not tell me that a cauliflower chicken sandwich is better than a regular chicken sandwich on a nutritional basis, because you're taking the same darn thing.
Oh, come on, say damn.
We're taking the same damn thing. You're putting the same spices, the same breading, and you're deep frying it in the same oil as the chicken sandwich. And you're telling me this is healthier? No, period, way, period.
It's a little healthier, maybe not leaps and bounds, but it's a little bit healthier.
You believe what you believe what you want to believe, BJ.
But I enjoyed them both. That'll be
okay.
That's what I mean to say.
Okay, fine.
They were both equally as good.
Okay, fine. You can't argue with. They can't argue with it. Tastes good. I like that.
And then like I said, a little part of me said, and I'm being healthier.
Oh God. For some reason, I'm quoting all kinds of other people today somewhere, but it's been reposted a bunch of times on Facebook or whatever. It started on TikTok with a lady who is actually a real live, like nutritionist or whatever, dietitian or whatever you want to call that. And she compared and I've seen them in the stores. They're these like protein, good for you. They're not like a granola bar, but it's a cookie. That's allegedly, it's like a gluten-free, high protein, made with natural ingredients, good for you, kind of like the cookie version of an energy bar. So it's allegedly, quote unquote, good for you. And she compared it to a McDonald's cheeseburger. Nutritional facts, just published numbers. The McDonald's cheeseburger was better for you. Even with the bun, it was better for you nutritionally on a basis of more protein, less fat, less carbs, less sugars. The McDonald's cheeseburger was better for you than the protein cookie. So don't tell me your cauliflower. I mean, if you like it, you like it. You're talking to a guy with leftover pizza in his refrigerator that he's going to have for lunch here in a minute. So I understand that we make choices. Just try not to tell me that it's really better for you. It's okay.
I know we're getting to the end of the show.
I am ranting like a son of a gun. I'm ranting like Tucker Carlson on speed tonight. I don't know what's going on.
Now listen to this. This is the last thing I'm going to say about our dieting and things like that. And I think they might be onto something here.
Okay.
Researchers say sugar should be regulated as a toxin.
That's true. I agree with that.
I'd have to agree with that statement.
Talk to any doctor who hasn't been bought by the food industry or the pharmaceutical industry or whatever, and they will tell you sugar is I'm not going to say it's a poison, but it's like that. What it does to your body, it's like that, and it's just not good for you. Not good.
Not good,
Sorry.
People. No more sugar. No sugar for you.
The more you can do to cut back on that, the healthier you will be. No doubt about it. No doubt about that. So that's why I cringed when you told me you were like going for a little bowl of cereal or something like that. It's like,
that's not like it's good for you. No, there's sugar all over. You should, what I really think you should probably have in the morning. And in the past, they've said it's bad for you. I think a piece of toast, an egg, and a piece of bacon.
Absolutely.
All that stuff is like perfect. More healthy than anything else you can probably have.
And when I tell people I get a lot of my information from YouTube, I get the eye roll thing. It's like, really, YouTube? No, real doctors with MD at the end of their name, with real credentials, real people, not just, people making it up as they go along. Real doctors with real credentials talking about real scientific studies. And my favorite is that the human body has no need to give it any extra carbohydrates. It makes all the carbohydrates it needs. So all that carb stuff, the cereals, the bread, the rice, the potato, your body doesn't need any of that stuff. And so now, the vegans in the audience will kill me for that, but I get it. Make good choices and feel better about yourself. Whatever. Boy, oh boy, listen to us rant. Listen to Bill rant. Listen to BJ try and be the voice of reason. What's up with that?
Boy, the end of the world must be coming soon.
It's got to be here soon. It's got to be coming. I'm not going to apologize for it because I feel strongly about a lot of stuff. And apparently some of the things we talked about today got me off on that. So it's all good.
No, I'm going to have to leave this podcast saying, "Hey, honey, I got Bill off today."
Wow. You're not going to leave it on that, are you? Promise you will report back to us when you have the Chick-fil-A cauliflower sandwich. That's all we ask.
The closet guy comes. That'll be the next place I go.
Right.
And if it is available.
Yes.
If it is available in this market.
Right.
I will try it and I will like it, I think.
Right.
And I will report back to you.
I'm going as we speak. Well, we got 2 minutes here left. I'm going to Chick-fil-A and I'm going to their website, to the real live chickfil-a.com/menu. There we go. Chick-fil-A sandwich, spicy chicken, blah, 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 deluxe grilled Chick-fil-A club. All right. Nuggets. I don't see the cauliflower thing on the website. So I don't know that it's available just yet. What's that?
Maybe they're test marketing in certain markets.
Right. All right. Let's try that. But now
you're also supposed to be able to get like the regular one or the spicy one.
Oh, really?
Yes.
All right. So I'm Googling Chick-fil-A cauliflower sandwich. And It says here, right? So this was a web, whatchamacallit, a press release on the company website from 2 weeks ago. Chick-fil-A is testing a one-of-a-kind sandwich. Company announced it'll be testing Chick-fil-A cauliflower sandwich at restaurants in 3 different markets. They'll be tested in Denver, Charleston, and North Carolina, Greensboro area. So I'm saying not yet. Now that was 3 weeks ago. Maybe they've rolled it out to more places, but I'm going to say that it looks to me like they're not yet.
Oh, yeah. I was so excited for it too.
Sorry. Just get the real one. It'll be better. My opinion. So anyway, there you go. Here's another fight my wife and I will have here. By where we live, we have a Chick-fil-A and an Arby's right next to each other. Wow.
My wife would prefer the Chick-fil-A. She says, it's not even real meat. I would prefer the beef and cheddar.
Yeah.
Right next door at Arby's.
We
have the meats.
They have the meat. I literally.
How can they say we have the meats and it's not even real meat?
When I was literally in high school or college, one of my summers, I think the summer going into the fall between high school and college, I worked at an Arby's in Cleveland, and it was meat then. I don't know what it is now. I can't speak for 50 years later, but we had these gigantic roasty things that, now I admit it wasn't like a slab of beef. It was like put together, but so's the deli meat when you go to Publix, right? I mean, they smash it together and they turn it into a big loaf of stuff and then slice it. It's exactly what we did at Arby's. It was a roast beef thing that we actually had to cook. I don't know if they still do that, but we actually had to roast it on site, and then it would sit in a warmer and we would slice it. And boy, that was pretty darn good back then. I don't know if they're still doing it that way or not.
I don't know, but I still
I hear you.
I still like it.
All right, you report back when you can. That's all we can ask.
I got a feeling I'm not going to report the news that I wanted to report.
Oh,
I think I'm going to be crying. Next podcast, I'll be crying that I couldn't find the cauliflower fried sandwich.
Not yet. It's coming soon. Other places might have one. Well, I don't know that. I know. Well, this is a whole nother subject. Maybe we wait for next week or whatever. But I know like Burger King has that Impossible meat Whopper, and it's not bad. I've had that.
I've had it. I like it. I think it's just as good as the other one. Yeah. But the only thing, the true vegetarians say, yeah, but you fried it on the same grease that you fried the regular one on.
Right.
So it's not really a vegetarian.
Not really. No, not really. So that's okay. That is another rabbit hole so deep that it has to wait for another week. So I'm going to say
now you just have me I'm just going to have a beer when we get done.
Now he's hungry or thirsty or both. And I have leftover pizza in my refrigerator. So guess where I'll be going in about 90 seconds. So yeah.
Maybe we need to find a new, maybe that's our plan. We'll find a new pizza restaurant around me today.
Awesome. Now we
need to start looking for a new pizza joint.
That's something I can get behind. Absolutely. Good pizza is like, a good pizza restaurant is like one of the main things you need in life. Like you need a good dentist, you need a good car mechanic, and you need a good pizza joint, at least. Yeah. At least.
And you know what? Even if it's bad pizza, it's still pizza.
That
still.
Again, so many jokes there that are really not for our family-friendly audience. So, all right, great. All right, BJ, it's been a slice, as they used to say a long, long time ago. So, wow. Come join us. If you would like to add to this conversation in any way, please join us over on Facebook. Just do a search for BJ and Bill Podcast or email us at bjandbillpodcast@gmail.com. And next week, we'll find something equally important to rant about, I'm sure. Have a good week, BJ.
See ya.
In a fast-paced world, every day brings new challenges and new opportunities. At Strayer University, we know a thing or two about getting and staying ahead of change. For over 130 years, we've been providing students like you with innovative tools, customized support, and an education built to empower you, so you can find your way forward and always keep striving. Visit strayer.edu to learn more.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.